Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing another random one-shot from over at the Ren'Ai archive. This is a game called Watashi wa Onigiri, and apparently it's a very short visual novel where you take control of a self-conscious onigiri. For those of you guys who don't know, that's basically a Japanese rice ball. They normally put like a little fold of like seaweed on it, and then they fill the inside with something. So that's the character, that's the protagonist that we'll be taking control of. It looked kind of silly and goofy, so I decided to give it a try. Let's go ahead and start. My name is Onigiri-kun, and I am a convenience store rice ball. I'm not sure what my purpose in life is so far, having only recently become aware of my existence. I sit here in my wrapper on the shelf in the Ohamiyara corner store. God, I'm sorry once again, guys. I'm terrible at reading Japanese, but I'll do my best. Seen here is the storefront. I'm somewhere inside, wrapped up like a good little rice ball. My filling, you ask? Maguro. Or maguro? I think that's how you say that. I'm pretty sure that's a fish. I've seen that word before at like sushi places where they serve rice balls. I'm not 100% sure. You guys can probably look it up and correct me if I'm wrong. Not important, really. It is kind of important. We want to get to know this protagonist, what's on his insides as well as what's on his outsides. Anyhow, when I awakened, I knew that something special was going to happen to me. It's not every day a rice ball becomes self-aware of what happens around him, that's for sure. For some reason, I knew today especially would be special. Okay. Well, because that's when she came into my life. Look at her, she's so cute. Look at the little like beret hat thing she's wearing. Oh, I like her. I didn't know this beautiful girl's name, but I guess because she was wearing a beret on her head that I call her BERET-CHAN. Aw, that's fitting and adorable.
Man, I'm starved. It's about time I bought myself some lunch.
I didn't know what those words meant then. Uh-oh, she's totally gonna eat him. Starved. Lunch. I would find out soon enough. This is, you know, oddly reminiscent, even though this was made, I think, several years ago, this is oddly reminiscent of that new Seth Rogen movie, Sausage Party, where, like, the food comes to life, and it starts, like, finding out that humans actually eat food and kills them, essentially. That's what it feels like to me. It's like the Japanese version, I guess.
I think I'll get a maguro onigiri.
Oh my god, I can't read. This girl has decided to pick me out of all the other convenience store rice balls. She decided to also buy a bottle of oolong tea, but that's not important. The tea itself isn't self-aware like I am. And so after she gave this guy at the convenience store some weird shiny round things, I was taken out of the only home I had ever known. By the way, guys, there's no music in this game or sound effects, so I'll probably add my own music, background sort of track going on here, just to fill the silence. This girl decided to start walking away from the store as well. Yay, an adventure of sorts, I thought to myself. Oh yeah, an adventure of sorts, buddy. You're gonna find out just how much of an adventure this is. I happened to like the thought of this, and was beginning to like BERET-CHAN. She's very pretty, and she smells nice too. Aw, that's cute. The beret on her head also looks very fashionable. This onigiri is, you know, very well versed in the world for something that's only been a convenience store for its entire life. That's interesting. We had stopped at a weird-looking thing just under another weird-looking thing.
This tree is definitely the perfect spot for lunch,
she said as she sat down under what I think is called a tree. What happened next was something I did not expect. Uh-oh.
Alright, time for lunch,
BERET-CHAN said as she started to unwrap me. Oh my. Whoa, please, BERET-CHAN. I just met you, and you're already undressing me? Ooh, getting kinky in here. I said, but apparently she did not hear me. She instead moved me closer to her mouth and... Uh-oh. Oh man, she's totally eating us! Oh no! There's no way to avoid this, apparently. I didn't know that there was, like, no choices in this game, but apparently that's the case. Oh my god, no! What are you doing to me? Just like I said, guys, like the movie Sausage Party. BERET-CHAN was taking bites out of me! This was lunch! I was lunch!
Sugoi, maguro onigiri is so delicious!
I would have said something, but I was too horrified at the prospect of being someone's lunch. Oh god. She blinks her eyes to eat. The pain! The agony! Why would you do this to me? This is kind of fucked up in a lot of ways, guys. This is really weird to be like the protagonist who's being eaten alive as a food item. She continued to devour me, Maguro and all. Eventually, everything went dark as I ended up inside of BERET-CHAN. That could be taken a number of different ways, oh boy. That monster! She proceeded to drown me after this with that oolong tea she bought. That fiend! Soon enough, my consciousness faded from my mind, and all I could see was white. And that was the end of Onigiri-kun, devoured by the beret-wearing girl he adored. It's kind of a sad story in a way. Okay, so that was a kinetic novel, not a visual novel. But, yeah, okay, so that was the whole game. There's, like, nothing else to it, I guess. I thought that it might be a little bit longer, but that was very, very fast and somewhat disturbing. I don't know if I'm gonna look at food the same way again. Like, when I'm eating it, I'm gonna feel kind of bad because maybe it's like, oh, Girbeagly senpai, and then I'm like, ow, and I kill it by eating it. I don't know. I mean, food's delicious. I'm never gonna give it up because, you know, I die or something like that. But regardless, this was a goofy little game. It was a lot shorter than I thought it was, but I hope that you guys still enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.